This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Case of deep impact, NEWS-NDTV Hindu's expose on the land scam rocks Tamil Nadu. In the political fallout, CPM reacts to the reports.
I appeal to Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, please to look into the matter fully and cancel all the applications.
They should be criminally penalized for this type of action.
Locked and loaded, the safety is off as gun trade booms in the city. Get a piece for just 5,000 rupees. UN calls for a probe after visual proof of gross war crimes committed by the Rajapaksa regime. Water wars of a different kind, Cuddalore on high alert due to floods. Rains claim 7 more lives.
The rains have stopped here, but still the anxiety continues on the water that could come from the other districts and make things worse for people here in Cuddalore.
An activist said Tuticorin now has an uncanny resemblance to Bhopal thanks to Sterlite Industries.
Child were to accidentally consume 3.5 grams of that soil, he or she would face very serious health consequences.
US Ambassador Timothy Romer gets candid with our executive editor Sanjay Pinto.
You need to stop the leaks from taking place, and we hope to vigorously prosecute this person.
Theatre artists slip into the six-pack mania. The fitness fever consumes theatre artists. Very good evening and welcome to Late Night News with me, Ashmit. Let's take a look at from stories around the country. Another embarrassment for B.S. Yediyurappa. A minister resigns after an FIR is filed against him by the Lokayukta over a land scam. The Supreme Court clears Mayawati's controversial Noida Park with conditions. Statues can't exceed 25% of the park. The Civil Aviation Ministry objects to a steep hike in airfares as proposed by private airlines. After standing firm, Chief Vigilance Commissioner Thomas may finally resign today before the Supreme Court's hearing on Monday. 26 years on after outrage over the June verdict, many of the promises made to Bhopal disaster victims have not been kept. And MS Dhoni is now the king of good times. He signs a deal with the Vijay Mallya's UB Group for 26 crore rupees. Of course, in the big story, reactions are pouring in a day after NDTV Hindu uncovered a long-running housing scam in the Tamil Nadu Housing Board. Apartments were allotted to influential people after their fake certificates as social workers were cleared to help them benefit. Shabir Ahmed gets us more details.
Genuine social workers and politicians have expressed outrage after NDTV Hindu uncovered a housing fraud that has been going on for many years in the Tamil Nadu Housing Board. Now there are growing calls for the cancellation of the illegally allotted houses.
I appeal to Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, please to look into the matter fully and cancel all the applications.
This should not stop with cancelling the allotment, that they should be criminally penalized for this type of action.
The Tamil Nadu Housing Board is now under growing pressure to explain. But its illegal beneficiaries are such influential people with deep links in the political establishment. The Housing Board officials appear cornered and speechless.
I have given you the card and you allowed some other media person.
No, already they gave one second.
No. They didn't give a card. That was my card.
Sir,
That's
that is the instruction given by the secretary.
That's fine, but secretary, I'll meet him. It is not going to take more than 2-3 minutes. I'm not going to take 1 hour or 2 hours for meeting. I just want to.
I'm acting only under the order.
That's fine, I'll talk to
him. Secretary, then one. Okay,
No.
remember, because I am not the authority here.
Why
should I stand in your way? Tell me.
That's right, sir. But still, I want to meet him, and then once I clarify with him,
something
then.
going on. That is why you told me that you are.
No.
Well, he has to hear.
No, that's what I can't go without meeting him. Or else I'll say the secretary, when we contacted, he has refused to talk. After a scam has broke out, he has refused to talk about it.
But those who secured houses posing as social workers have denied any wrongdoing.
3 நாள்ல இருந்தே சோஷியல் ஒர்க் தான் பண்றேன். நான் தனிக்கட்ட ஒரு ஆள், எனக்கு என்ன ஃபேமிலி எதுவும் கிடையாது. எங்க பிரதர் அவங்க வீட்டுல தான் நான் இருக்கிறேன்.
The unprecedented housing fraud poses a huge challenge now to the Tamil Nadu government to clean up the mess, which is likely to come under broader and intense criticism in the coming days. In Chennai, with Shabir Ahmed, J. Santosh for NDTV Hindu.
Now, in some other disturbing developments, by now you would have seen this video aired by Britain's Channel 4. This is a chilling video of Sri Lankan soldiers allegedly executing and torturing naked, blindfolded men and women said to be members or sympathizers of the LTTE. Now, pro-LTTE Tamilnet website identified one of the women as a journalist, Shobha. Channel 4 said that the video was shot just before the final triumph of Sri Lankan troops over the Tamil Tigers in May last year. Now, soldiers are heard talking to themselves, and Channel 4 claimed that the conversation suggests that the women were sexually assaulted before the executions. Now, the killings took place in a field littered with naked bodies. Now, British media quoted Rajapaksa as saying that the Sri Lankan army did not kill any civilians during the war and that the video is fake. Channel 4 said that it could not independently verify the authenticity of the video. Meanwhile, the Ministry of External Affairs in India has refused to comment on these visuals. Now, a section of advocates in Madras High Court today protested demanding trial of the Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa for war crimes. Now, war videos purportedly taken towards the end of Sri Lanka's war with the Tamil Tigers rebels last year has created an international outcry. The advocates raised slogans seeking action against the war crimes committed by the Mahinda Rajapaksa regime.
தற்போது சேனல் 4 வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய சில வீடியோ காட்சிகள் ஈழத்திலே தமிழ் பெண்களை பாலியல் வன்முறைக்கு உள்ளாக்கி கைகளை கட்டி சுட்டுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இந்த வீடியோ காட்சிகளை பார்க்கும்போது இலங்கை இராணுவம் மிகப்பெரிய போர் குற்றத்தை புரிந்து இருக்கிறது என்பது வெளிப்படையாக தெரிகிறது. இன்றைக்கு உலக நாடுகள் இதை வன்மையாக கண்டித்து ராஜபக்சேவை போர் குற்றவாளியாக அறிவித்து அவரை உடனடியாக கைது செய்து விசாரணைக்கு உட்படுத்த வேண்டும்.
And there's another critical question that we're asking tonight. Is Chennai becoming a haven for illegal weapons? Now, just days before 26/11 anniversary, police officials seized illegal pistols at the Ennore Expressway. Arms in the city seem to have come uncomfortably close. Where do the weapons come from and how easy is it to lay your hands on them? Our reporter Pratiksha gets us the answers.
The last 3 years saw 9 cases registered under the Arms Act in the city, which is quite a bit of a surprise. Not everyone can own a gun. Legally, civilians can apply for licenses of 2 types of arms, either the 22 or the 32 caliber bows. The police will consider an application if there is proof that it is indeed for self-protection or if the license is for sports purposes. However, when a crime is committed, it's the illegal weapons which come into play. Look at the city's past history. August 2009, the shooting of a ship captain and his wife by real estate agents. February 2010, a gun was couriered in a sealed package through KPN bus services. February 2010 again, 10 brand new rifle scopes in a package were seized by customs officials in the Chennai airport. November 2010, 3 businessmen at Ennore were caught with pistols sourced from Bihar. In all these cases, the weapons were unlicensed, and in the first case, the naval officer and his wife brought the weapons home to ordinary middle-class houses. That could be one reason why more people appear to want to possess a gun legally. In the last 3 years, the Commissioner's office has approved 237 requests for licenses.
Our main clients are banks, security companies, private security companies, and VIPs and businessmen.
With the main clientele in some of the armory shops in the city actually being just VIPs and businessmen, it does leave a very disturbing question in our mind of where the gundas and the rowdies in our city actually get their arms from.
They procure one from outside the state. This is their modus operandi. They first get in touch with truck drivers who are involved in transport of goods from Bihar or Uttar Pradesh, either directly or through brokers. Once the specification and the budget is made known, the rest is easy. A single shot pistol or rifle is easily available for 5,000 rupees.
So how these weapons are coming to Tamil Nadu means it is through North Indian truck drivers, mainly North Indian truck drivers. They are with the help of brokers in North India, they are bringing the weapon to Tamil Nadu.
December 31st is the last day for renewal of licenses for arms, which is mandatory every year. And the police are already working on that, even as they keep an eye on the illegal arms. In Chennai with Pratiksha, Chandy Thomas for NDTV Hindu.
Now moving ahead, environmentalists unearth alarming figures. Is Sterlite on its way out of Tuticorin? Find out about it on the other side.